In the gleaming heart of a Pan-African tech metropolis, a courtroom buzzed with an electric energy. This wasn't just any court. It was the stage for a monumental decision that would shape the future of an entire community. At the center of it all stood Anansi, a charismatic billionaire developer whose name was whispered in circles of power and innovation. His vision was a new Eden, a shimmering paradise of technology and prosperity built upon ancestral lands, and he promised it would shower the village with billions in revenue. Anansi was a spectacle himself. He wore a suit unlike any other, a flowing traditional robe woven with what he called smart threads. These threads weren't just fabric, they were a web of light and data, shimmering and shifting with every gesture, mesmerizing everyone in the room. The judges, the lawyers, the village elders, they were all captivated, their eyes reflecting the dazzling promise of Anansi's vision. It felt like the future had arrived, personified in this one man and his magical attire. He spoke of progress, of lifting the community out of poverty and into a digital age. His words were as smooth and captivating as the suit he wore. The contract, worth billions, lay on the polished mahogany table, just waiting for the final signatures. The air was thick with anticipation, but not everyone was under the spell. Tucked away in a corner, almost invisible, was a 7-year-old boy named Kojo. He was the son of the woman quietly serving water to the esteemed guests at the table, while the adults were hypnotized by the glittering surface of Anansi's promises. Kojo's innocent eyes saw something else. He saw beneath the surface, past the dazzling lights and the smooth talk, to Kojo. Underneath Anansi's magnificent robe, there was a shadow, a subtle distortion that no one else seemed to notice. It wasn't a physical creature, but a digital ghost, a flickering image of a tortoise shell. In their village lore, the tortoise was a symbol of cunning and trickery. Kojo had heard stories from his grandfather about an old generational curse, a craft in his youth by outsiders to swindle the people out of their heritage. This digital tortoise shell he saw was the modern version of that curse. It was a sophisticated device, a hidden piece of tech designed to subtly alter the digital land titles embedded within the contract, a high-tech scheme to steal the very ground beneath their feet. While everyone was blinded by the promise of a digital heaven, the villagers thought they were signing up for a prosperous future, but they were about to sign away their past, their present, and their children's birthright. The room was silent as the elder prepared to add his signature, the final step to seal the deal. The future of the village hung in that moment. Just then, Kojo, with a courage that defied his small stature, tiptoed over to the village elder. He tugged gently on the old man's sleeve and whispered 5 simple but powerful words. "The king is wearing a shell of lies." The elder paused, his hand hovering over the document. He looked down at the boy, whose eyes held no guile, only a deep, unwavering certainty. The words echoed in the sudden stillness of the court. A shell of lies. It was a scene reminiscent of another legendary tale, of a young boy in a courtroom whose simple observation made a judge stand up and reconsider everything. The spell was broken. The room's attention shifted from the billionaire to the water boy. Anansi's smile tightened. He tried to dismiss the boy with a wave of his hand, calling him a fanciful child. But the elder, whose wisdom was rooted in generations of listening to both the spoken and the unspoken, looked at Kojo and asked, "What have you seen, my son?" Kojo didn't have a complex legal argument or a team of experts. He had something far more powerful, the truth. He held up his simple school-link device, a basic educational tablet given to all the village children. On it was a simple recording. He had pointed the device at Anansi earlier, not out of suspicion, but out of a child's curiosity about the shimmering suit. the device's basic diagnostic app, meant for simple school projects, had detected an unauthorized data stream. It couldn't decipher the complex code, but it captured the digital signature of the tortoise, the hidden program running beneath the suit's dazzling display. Kojo played the recording. A strange, discordant sound filled the courtroom, the sound of digital theft, of data being manipulated in the shadows. The court's own tech experts were called in. They analyzed the recording from the child's simple tablet, and their faces turned grim. The boy was right. It was a $10 billion fraud, a digital land grab of audacious scale, all hidden under the guise of progress and a mesmerizing traditional robe. The new Eden was a Trojan horse. The truth, delivered through the innocence of a child, hit the room like a thunderclap. The miracle of transparency unfolded before their very eyes. Anansi's grand plan, his web of deceit, was completely exposed. And as the truth came to light, a strange thing happened. The smart suit, the symbol of his power and deception, began to malfunction. The smart threads fizzled and died. The brilliant lights flickered out, and the fabric unraveled, falling away in limp, lifeless strands. In the middle of the court, Anansi was left exposed, stripped of his technological magic, his greed laid bare for all to see. The contract was torn up. The ancestral land was restored to the village, its digital title secured, not by complex firewalls, but by the simple, unassailable truth. The village was given a second chance, but they didn't chase after another billionaire's paradise. Instead, they took the resources they had, the spirit of their community, and the wisdom they had gained. They decided to build their own future. With their newfound unity and purpose, they built a hospital, a place of healing, not a profit, a place that served the sick and the vulnerable, reinforcing the bonds of their community. This story shows us something profound. You can think of faith and integrity as the source code of the universe. It's the original, foundational programming that everything is built on. Some people, like Anansi, try to use malware, things like greed, betrayal, and deception to hack their way to the top. They create dazzling illusions to trick the system, but the true system administrators, the ones with real power, are those who stay connected to the original developer, Jesus Christ, to that core source code of truth and righteousness, as Kojo showed. A single line of truth code, even from a child, can overwrite billions of dollars worth of corruption. It proves that what truly lasts, what truly builds a legacy, isn't the wealth you can accumulate or the dazzling suits you can wear. It's the righteousness you hold on the inside. That is the only power that endures. Thank you for watching. If this story resonated with you, please like, share, and subscribe for more content that explores the power of truth in our modern world.